A very good evening to you all. Thank you for watching UBC Television. I am your news anchor Wadulo Mark. Arnold Mugalu Mohammed will be joining us later on the sign language. We're sure that if you're watching us right now, you're either back from delivering your students back to school or something of that nature, shopping, whatever it is, welcome back, and let's get straight into the news today. Minister of Education and Sports, Janet Museveni, has stressed the importance of collective efforts to rebuild schools and ensure that they maintain their role as centers for knowledge acquisition. At State House Nakasero, Mrs. Museveni, alongside outgoing UNDP resident representative, Ms. Elsie Atafwa, discussed progress on the greening schools for enhanced learning and well-being project initiated in Kapchora last year. The Nehemiah initiative, spearheaded by the Ministry of Education and Sports, focuses on revegetating schools, campuses through tree planting, aiming to create conducive learning environments, improve security, prevent land encroachment, and provide fruits for children's diets in partnership with the UNDP. Additionally, Mrs. Museveni bid farewell to Ms. Atafwa, praising her contributions to policy implementation, particularly in education. In response, Ms. Atafwa expressed gratitude and pledged continued support to Uganda's education sector. And these are the details.
Education and the United Nations Development Programme, led by the outgoing UNDP resident representative, Ms. Elsie Atafwa. The First Lady made the remarks after the team briefed her on the progress of the Greening Schools for Enhanced Learning and Wellbeing project, which she launched in Kapchora last year with an objective of enhancing greening of schools' campuses, particularly through tree planting.
But my determination is that we will do it. With God's help, we will rebuild education. Yes, by His grace, we will rebuild education. We will even rebuild the infrastructure and give the dignity to schools, primary and secondary, for one to come into a school and really feel that this is a school worthy of the name. So it will take that dedication to our people, both at the ministry and in individual schools and local governments, to give that dignity back to schools.
The project, named the Nehemiah Initiative of the Ministry of Education and Sports, aimed at enabling the revegetating of school campuses through planting trees as perimeter hedges so as to provide a conducive learning environment, improve school security, enhance the protection of school land from encroachment, and make provision for fruits as part of the children's diet. The project is implemented in partnership with the United Nations Development Programme.
And if we go into this project as just planting trees, the trees we will plant will be eaten by animals, the schools will remain as bare as they have been standing for so long. The new structures we are putting up now, the new hope we are giving to teachers, that we are beginning to rebuild the teachers' houses in schools, will not happen. So you have to have the determination and belief in a living God that we will do this. If it takes us, I don't know how many years, we will rebuild education. And the children, your children, who will come after you, will have better schools than you have gone to.
In another development, the First Lady bid farewell to Ms. Elsie Atafwa, the outgoing United Nations Development Programme resident representative for Uganda, and commended her for helping the government in policy implementation, especially in the education sector.
I was very thankful to Elsie because when I first talked to her about my need for this project, she agreed with me straight away and she came on board. And Elsie now and unfortunately also bid her farewell. But I pray that those of you who are staying with UNDP will really come on board with us and hold hands with these people, and we must make sure that this project will really live, to not die, so that our schools look dignified, they look secure. Right from looking at them from the road, you know that that is a school.
On her part, Ms. Elsie Atafo expressed gratitude to the First Lady for the opportunity to connect with her vision in the education sector and promised more support to Uganda.
I'm grateful to God for being able to support our people here, and I go with a sense of, I would say, bittersweet, because part of me is still very much connected to the country, but I know I'll be back in different ways, and please feel free to also let me know how I can help whilst I'm on the other side, including through South to South cooperation.
Reporting for UBC, Baguma William.
Legislators from various parliaments across Africa are undertaking the process of educating and sensitizing Africans to regulate birth rate levels. This was revealed during a press briefing here in Kampala.
During their visit in Uganda, the lawmakers were concerned about the densely populated African countries due to the high fertility rates, yet their development levels are low compared to the highly developed nations in the world.
As a country, we are having problems in the country in terms of teenage pregnancy, in terms of how the population is growing at a very high rate and not considering the development.
We have visited the Population Council. We visited the Ugandan Bureau of Statistics. We visited the UNFPA. We visited the Ugandan Reproductive Health Center and their youth center. We came to agree on is that the population of Uganda appears to be growing unchecked, just like many other African countries.
We've been following the ICPD 2030 that deals with a number of issues, including sexual reproduction. We are talking about poverty. We are talking about youth unemployment. We are talking about GBV.
Kilaka North Member of Parliament Anthony Akol said Northern Uganda wouldn't be grappling with the food scarcity and starvation if the locals were able to provide food to their big numbers.
They assume that it is me. I am only one person, the only child of my father. And then for you have 21 children. And now we are conflicting over the same piece of land. Do you think your 21 children can defeat me? The man looked at me and said, for you are more educated, you are also working a big passion now, a member of parliament, it becomes difficult. Then I told him, that is why I'm here. I'm talking to you so that if you educate your child, the value of the passion is more important than the numbers.
Head of the African Parliamentary Forum on Population and Development, Dr. Rashid Pelpo, lamented that countries like Saudi Arabia and Libya, among other Arab countries that practice polygamy, have smaller populations. Yet the situation is alarming here where the population surpasses the resources.
You are here still saying religion, and putting up too much pressure, giving birth to children who are becoming slaves in Europe and America. All the people running there through the sea, do you know what they are going to do? They are going to clean gutters, toilets, bath dead people. They are not worth the kind of people they want. So don't give birth to children who become slaves to others. And they have wealth, much more than Uganda can ever imagine. And still they are keeping their population. So their people are happy, they are able to give money to every family.
The legislators urged stakeholders such as religious and cultural leaders to do their utmost to educate the public on the importance of population regulation.
In Africa, we cherish and appreciate our cultures so much. But at the end of the day, what we also need to look at is the quality of our population, which is very key.
I'm Ivan Juko for UBC.
Makerere University College of Education and External Studies Center for Lifelong Learning, in partnership with the Uganda Business and Technical Examinations Board, has awarded certificates and diplomas to over 612 students during the 5th graduation ceremony of the UPDF students. During the awarding ceremony, UPDF Executive Secretary Onesmus Oyesije said that their mandate is to streamline and coordinate and the assessment of the award of TVET professions in the country, calling up all institutions in the country to embrace this initiative.
Over 600 students have been awarded certificates and diplomas at Makerere University College of Education and External Studies Center for Lifelong Learning in partnership with Uganda Business and Technical Examination Board during their 5th graduation ceremony.
Ahibisiwe Alfred, Ahibisiwe Anxious.
Professor Anthony Mugaga, the college principal, thanked government for giving Makerere University an opportunity to reach out to all categories of education stakeholders to sit for these national exams. He thanked students who chose practical studies which will help them create their own jobs.
My name is Isaac Giatunga. I have just graduated in computer science here at Makerere. I had a passion in me to do with computing, to do with everything that is talking about technology in this world. I would like to extend my appreciation to the university for the great job they have done. I want to thank my parents.
I did electrical engineering at Makerere University at diploma level. I love electricity. Many buildings have been set on fire due to poor people who are doing wiring. But here comes that people who are educated, we are here to secure.
Our education is very theoretical. So by having these UPDF certificates and diplomas, we do encourage even those with degrees to come around, do a diploma, so as to make their own jobs, to create their own jobs, practical jobs. Because of what use should someone drive a car which he or she cannot even service or repair? But here we teach them how to do that.
UPDF Executive Secretary Onesmus Oyesije said their mandate is to streamline and coordinate the assessment and award of TVET professionals in the country, calling upon all institutions in the country to embrace this initiative.
I'd like also to thank the institution that gestured with UPDF for the center. For the parents, we have so many institutions. We have so many institutions in the country. But the first thing that you take in of what are framed here in the mandate is the national examinations. So with confidence, I stand here and say that the certificates and diplomas you have got are national papers that can take you anywhere in the world for career progression.
I'm Joseph Bule, UBC, Makerere University.
Now, in another development, Makerere University is calling for more partnerships with the Uganda People's Defense Forces in producing science professionals. The university's principal for the College of Business and Management Sciences, Dr. Eria Hisali, says that such partnerships will produce more effective engineers and other scientists. Now, this was during the graduation memorial canvas for UPDF graduates at Ndere Center in Kampala, where the Minister for Defense and Veteran Affairs, Vincent Sempija, told officers to avoid corruption.
In a well-coordinated procession, they arrived, ready to be honored. They settled. Minister for Defense and Veteran Affairs, Vincent Sempija, was at the honoring process. Officers and men of the Uganda People's Defense Forces had excelled from Makerere University.
Some of these very rich countries, very rich, mega, with resources 100,000 times the resources in Uganda, but no government, no army, no organization, no control, nothing.
The university, in partnership with the UPDF training colleges, produced masters, bachelors, and diploma holders. One of them was Dr. Stephen Kusasira.
Let us live here, walk, talk, and work like we went to Makerere University, not a backward university.
Makerere University wants such partnership strengthened.
An example here is the possibility of our College of Engineering to work closely with your engineering brigade to execute a number of tasks in a timely manner. Honorable Minister, we do hope that there will be opportunities for us to expand the partnership into other areas of mutual interest.
This appeal comes barely weeks since the President lauded the UPDF for successful infrastructural projects.
You see what they have done with the Nambole? Recently they did the new terminal.
Bakola ku airport obentebe baigulawo omukutu ogundi enoni wedigwa.
Nawulira nti bano abana Uganda batamanyi ebirungi bo bagendayo wano walunga Dubai.
The capacity is what Minister Sempija wants consolidated. The Chief of Defense Forces was represented by UPDF Chief Political Commissar General Henry Masiko.
I urge you to use the knowledge you have acquired to educate and inspire your subordinates, as well as improving on the systems of the force such that when we, the old, retire, we leave the force better than we found.
The founders of this army, some of them have not lived to see what we are enjoying. So never let them down. Don't do anything. Don't get involved in corruption. Don't get involved in stealing. Don't get involved in these other things.
Henry Okrut, UBC.
And in more news, more than 2,000 learners have received scholarships from the Crimean, or should I say Gremian Women Initiative led by the First Lady Janet Kataha Museveni. Now this initiative was led by Lubaga Division Speaker Mbazira Musa, who cautioned the parents and learners to utilize this opportunity while flagging them off.
The First Lady, Janet Kataha Museveni, recently launched the Gremian Women Initiative to uplift women out of poverty. The initiative has granted more than 2,000 scholarships to various students who were handed over by Lubaga Division Speaker Mbazira Musa at Lubaga headquarters.
We planned to give bursaries and sponsorship to over 10,000 by 2027. But for now, we have sponsored almost 8,000. But as we are setting off today, we are launching, or we are taking these learners. They are 2,500 who are going in boarding sections.
The Speaker, Mbazira Musa, urged parents to cater for the remaining school requirements for their learners.
We appeal to them, let us play our part. Let us take the responsibility to get books for these children, to get pens for these children, and those simple requirements that they need to be with. Let us try our best. Let us provide it to them.
The parents and learners appreciated the First Lady through Gremian Women Initiative for the support. They pledged to meet the remaining school needs for the learners.
Let's also, you as parents, play your part. Let's the little requirements needed in schools, the blooms, the toilet papers, endeavor to take it there such so that the kids can be stable in their schools and then concentrating on what is required from them.
basanyufu nnyo ng'abazadde okutuuka ku kino kye tutuuseeko kubanga abamu obusobozi tubadde na butono.
Sanyusizza kimpadde essanyu okusinziira obuzibu bwe mbadde mpitamu n'abaana. Akasente nga nammwe bwe mukamanyi tekalabika. Nina abazzukulu.
The learners who benefited from the program said that they are happy to be placed in good schools and they promise to do well.
I'm happy and I promise my parents that I'll do the best so that I can achieve the best in my studies.
And I'm really grateful for this opportunity from the State House. Yes, thank you.
Mary Namkose, Joseph Muyingo, UBC News.
Parents have been encouraged to choose schools that prioritize not only academic success but also moral and spiritual development of their children. More details in this report.
Addressing the congregation at the Sunday service held at Caring Heart Victory Community Church at Kagula Hill in Wakiso District, Pastor Paul Musisi emphasized the importance of parents in actively monitoring their children's moral growth.
Before you take your child to any school, because this is the season to return children, students, pupils to schools, first do a research where you are taking your child, because you can lose your child. Not every school is a school, really. These days I see parents have become so irresponsible, because you cannot just take your child to any school because you don't know what is the agenda of that school. First do a research, make sure that that school is credible, it has good administration, teachers, it has really people who have stood for ages, who understand education and how to raise children.
The Chief Finance Officer of Vision Group, Augustine Tamale, emphasized the significance of teaching students the values of God, fostering their development as responsible citizens and future leaders.
In school, the teachers should not only concentrate on academic excellence. Academic excellence is good, but we will produce professionals who have perverted lives, professionals who are corrupt. So we need the word of the Lord in the schools to be taught so that they can be nurtured in the ways of God and become responsible citizens. Besides that, these wrong habits can even divert them from their studies and they fail to succeed.
The call comes at a time when learners are beginning the first term of the 2024 academic year. Nahoho Rashid Matselele, UBC TV.
Residents and local leaders in Kasese municipality have expressed gratitude towards security forces for combating the ADF insurgency which has long plagued their region. Now, this was during a collaborative cleaning initiative at Chisanga Market, also known as Mawa Market, in preparation for the Terehe Sita celebration.
Residents of Kasese municipality and local leaders joined UPDF and police in a cleanup ahead of February 6th Terehe Sita festivities. Leaders lauded security agencies for the operations against the ADF rebels.
From my heart, I thank the UPDF and the police and all the security organs because of their concerns. Recently, previously here, we were not sleeping, we were in panic. But within the weeks, within the month, we are okay now. And even people are sleeping outside, they are doing their activities very well. I really thank the UPDF and the police, and I really thank the number one, that is President Museveni, for his hardship of seeing that really Uganda becomes safe. And we are safe, we are secure. There is no problem in Kasese now.
Nyamwamba Division LC3 chairperson in Kasese municipality, Kasere Kapimako, emphasized patriotism and encouraged everyone to prioritize sanitation and hygiene practices to prevent the spread of diseases.
Community members should be patriotic. We should love our government, we should love our environment, we should keep the environment clean. Nobody else shall ever keep for us smartness or cleanliness in our areas where we reside. So now, today, UPDF has come up and the government has come up to show that our areas where we are it's dirty. So hygiene and sanitation, it is a liability of each and every one. For wherever you stay, wherever you are doing your activities, like this one you are seeing, it's a market. People are there, but they are not bothering about the hygiene of the environment where they are doing their work.
Mary Amoti Kemgisa appreciated the engagement with the local community, highlighting a positive shift from past practices.
Tinarora kiro kinu obumu abantu banayinchi korangana naba mahe ekyali kitakabahoga amwaka emyaka endi na berito twazalirwa nabanyeneitu nindora twatunga obusinge kura tuli na mahe ntusemerwa nago kandi tukora obuyonjo tuli kimu.
Nelson Tumushime, the public relations officer for Rwenzori East Region, emphasized that the joint cleaning initiative aimed to demonstrate cooperation and support for community development.
Today we joined our sister forces, the UPDF, in the cleaning up exercise at Mawa Market in commemoration of the forthcoming Tarehe Sita, which is going to be celebrated in eastern Uganda. And we have always been cooperating with the UPDF and other security agencies to ensure that we have peace and security in our area. This is called the CIMIC. We are giving back to the community and also showing them that they need to live in a clean and healthy environment in places where they operate from.
The Bishop of Bukedi Diocese, His Grace Samuel George Egesa, has launched a project to support retired clergy. The fellowship was organized by Bukedi hailing was actually organized by the Bukedi hailing from Kampala to solicit funds for the construction of the Jubilee House in Bukedi Diocese. Details in this report.
The fellowship organized by Bukedi hailing in Kampala will be characterized by a fundraising drive for the completion of the Jubilee House in Bukedi Diocese. The fellowship is slated for 11th February 2024 at St. Francis Makere Chapel.
We are linking this Jubilee House to people who have served the church and they have retired. That we can actually get some money, which is called the pension. That we shall do other things, but especially we want to see that we serve our people who served the church and they retired, especially the clergy. But with the time, we shall include even the late, like lay readers, because they also serve and retire. Now when they retire, what happens is...
The house will be constructed in phases, and the first phase requires at least 2 billion shillings.
This, according to the plan which has been approved, we are going to build the Jubilee House of about 4 levels, or call them 4 stories. And we are looking for... because we are doing it in phases. Phase 1, we are looking for about 2 billion shillings. Then we shall do other things. We already have some money because the day we celebrated, and we actually want to thank the president. The president gave us 80 million to start that, and we hope we shall again request other people to give us support. We have some money, and the work has already started.
A build house is a house that will be helping the retired clergy, whether bishop, a priest in charge, a lay reader, even the elders of the church. Because we have gotten a challenge, we have been facing a challenge that when these people retire, some of them, they even lack where to go because of the way the status you see the church. So we have decided to come up with an initiative which our Right Reverend Samuel George Bogelegesa, the Bishop of Bukedi, started, that we should build a build house. And now the initiative has started. This coming Sunday on the 11th of February, please come and be part of this good cause.
The occasion will be graced by a number of dignitaries, including the President of the Bible Society of Uganda, Justice Michael Chibita, who will be the guest preacher. Mary Namkose, UBC News.
Abstinence Hope International has been a beacon of hope for Ugandan communities for over 15 years. Founded and led by Isaac Luganda, the organization is dedicated to holistic community development with a particular focus on education through their bursary scheme. Let's take a look at the details.
The country director, Abstinence Hope International, Isaac Luganda, explained that the bursary scheme aims to address the financial constraints faced by families in accessing quality education for their children.
The child gets a better school because we realize our parents are not so well financially. So somehow they take their children to those schools they can afford, which in return somehow does not materialize. So we get at least part of what a better school can ask of them, and then we get part of it, and then they also get part, and then we take them to a better school at least, where they can at least get better education.
With many parents unable to afford tuition fees at better schools, children often find themselves in institutions that may not provide adequate educational opportunities.
Or a parent who earns little takes their children to a school that of what I don't want to use the word poor, a poor school, for lack of better word, I can say poor school. And then they meet their the very poor children. So they somehow you realize that they will get in touch, they will associate. At the end of the day, they even get married. So poverty continues, the poverty cycle continues.
Supporting children across the country, the system carefully selects recipients through interviews to gauge their commitment and potential for academic success.
We take them through an interview. We take them through interviews, and that helps us to know which kind of bursary this one can take up for the beginning. And as they perform well, even if they have started with a half, some of them end up with having full bursaries. Full bursary means they will not pay school fees.
Luganda emphasized the importance of commitment, collaboration and discipline from both students and parents.
I can only say that if the government really can look into these people and give a hand of help, like in supporting like financially or in any need, and really appreciate the work they are doing, it would be a good blessing.
I'm really grateful for this organization. It has supported my sister since senior 1 up to now. She's now going to senior 4, and since that time she joined this organization, it has really helped her and she's really doing well.
Motivated by the findings, the organization embarked on a mission to break the cycle of poverty by investing in the education of Ugandan children. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Over 200,000 Ugandan national foreign security specialists under their umbrella body of Overseas Returnees Association and External Labour Powerhouse have appealed to government to be paid their benefits while serving in Iraq and Afghanistan peacekeeping missions from 2005. This was said during the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding between the Overseas Returnees Association and External Labour Powerhouse here in Kampala.
The General President of Overseas Returnees Association, Kwizera John, has appealed to government to support the foreign national security specialists who are hired by the government of USA.
They come out and pay our people. Yeah. There is no way we are going to stand and see our people after catering for the interests of America and making them powerful. Then our people come back in Uganda, stay in poverty. They can be enticed by other forces to be in criminality and that kind of thing. So my main appeal now is that we are taking this head on. I want the government of Uganda, since we are already in touch with the government of Uganda,
to work with us.
Dr. Tusinje Gideon also appeals to government to support their process of getting pay while on peacekeeping in Iraq, Afghanistan and Somalia.
Only Overseas Sudanese Association that registered itself with the objective of fighting for the needs in general. So, as you see our banners there, our banner, the road tells stuff. So everybody will be under order in order to be served.
We need to be paid. We need to be compensated all that we lost under such illegal method of work that these people meted on us.
Mr. Alinitwa James complains to the government of America to have serviced in their interest in Iraq on dangerous machines that have caused a very big problem on his life. But they were to be given $600, but instead were given $400 up to now. That the government of Uganda should intervene.
I was working with Peruvians. They were getting $3,000, was getting $500 in broad daylight. And these people even would say Uganda is no good English. Me, no English, but getting no money. These are the Filipinos.
Ivan Juko and Stephen Kayumba for UBC.
Ugandan and Sudanese learners are to have a better education exchange program for a holistic learning environment. This was confirmed at the official launch of a language learning center at Kampala University main campus, Gaba, in partnership with the STEP program and Islamic University in Uganda, IUIU.
Sudanese students who wished to enroll at Ugandan institutions of higher learning have many times faced hurdles in their quest for a better education. This has been due to differences in the official languages used in both countries, English and Arabic. To bridge this gap related to language barrier among other challenges, Kampala University Original has, in partnership with the STEP program and Islamic University in Uganda, launched a language learning center based in Wandegea.
And I would like to inform you that we are training or going to teach the language, English together with other languages.
That as Director Quality Assurance, with my colleagues, will do everything possible that our sons and daughters get the quality education they deserve.
Vice Chancellor Kampala University Original Professor Badru Katerega is optimistic the initiative will improve learning between the two countries.
We are teaching you English because it is an international language, and above all, the official language for Uganda, where you will stay for some time, inshallah. At this same center, apart from teaching you the languages, we will also give you short courses.
Dr. Warda Rajab Jagenda, Kampala University's Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of academic affairs, believes this will cement the good working and learning relationship between the two countries.
A lot of the students have come and wanting to join the university, but it turns out that in addition to the required higher education certificate that they are supposed to do, they actually largely speak Arabic and they don't know English. So because of the language program that we're already offering, we needed to improve on the size and the quality to accommodate these students who can come and join Ugandan education system, but with ease, and that is to be able to speak English into a system that will help them, empower them.
The Language Learning Center is to address the study of foundation courses for Sudanese students who wish to enroll at Ugandan universities and tap into opportunities with the foreign states.
أيضا من خلال هذا من خلال ما يقدمه المعهد من برامج، يعني مشكور السيد مدير الجامعة الذي منح وأعطانا الفرصة لدراسة عدد من التخصصات في هذا المركز، دراسة عدد من اللغات في هذا المركز. فأنا في هذه السانحة أناشد كل المهتمين، كل الشعب السوداني كل الجاليات من الدول الأفريقية إنها تستفيد من الخدمات التي يقدمها هذا المركز.
Like the professor, the vice chancellor said, that this program here is to help especially refugees from all other countries, but especially the Sudanese, but even other countries.
I'm Ivan Juko for UBC.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock on my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're Sotinge. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
The government of Uganda and the Uganda Bureau of Statistics is calling upon all stakeholders such as the chief administrative officers, city mayors, resident city commissioners, city clerks, city and division councillors, wards and LC chairpersons, as well as the residents and business communities to cooperate with the UBOS field teams as we embark on advanced preparations to conduct the National Population and Housing Census on the 10th of May 2024. The census will be a 10-day exercise to obtain statistical data and information that will be used for planning and policy formulation, including information on 1. How many we are, 2. Where we are, 3. How we are living, 4. What we own, and 5. Where we access services from. The Uganda Bureau of Statistics has now started listing of households and mapping in the 11 cities of Arua, Fort Portal, Gulu, Hoima, Jinja, Lira, Mbale, Masaka, Mbarara, Soroti, and in the Greater Kampala comprising of Kampala, Wakiso, and Mukono districts. For more information, please call 0755 342 128 or 0773 342 128. This message is brought to you by the Executive Director and Census Commissioner, Uganda Bureau of Statistics. Census 2024. It matters to be counted.
Have you packed more with Harbour jelly and Harbour soap? Yes, we packed. It will protect your skin from skin rashes. More with pack. It is a new improved more with Harbour jelly. So soft and smooth. It is a more with Harbour jelly.
Tell me, kids, the scent. Any irritations? No more rashes and irritations. Movit Herbal Jelly and Herbal Soap is rich in natural herbs for a smooth and glowing skin.
Movit all day confidence.
Get ready for the sizzling Power City and get back to school edition. Prep your child for school and win big. Just shop for their school essentials, download the Mpa e-receipt Yange app on your phone and submit your e-receipt fiscal document number. There you have it, a brand new refrigerator, a shopping spree, the newest electronic devices, or even a fantasy family vacation may be yours for the taking. With each electronic receipt you submit, you get closer to the prize. To enter and win, your e-receipt must have a fiscal document number, a QR code, and a verification code. Shopping becomes an exciting adventure with URA. Wangula name Mpa e-receipt
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue and on YouTube under the name tag UBC TV Uganda. We now delve into the world of business. 3 oil roads measuring 97 kilometers connecting districts in Bunyoro sub-region to the rest of the country and the Democratic Republic of Congo are near completion. The China 7th Railway Group head of public relations, Chen Hai, told UBC that roads connecting to the oil fields adjustment to Lake Albert have started boosting business. Details in this report.
The road network connecting the oil region to the rest of the country and DRC are almost complete. The 47 kilometers from Masindi to Biso, the 25 kilometers Kabale to Kiziramfumbi and Hohwa to Nyairongo through Kiarushesha up to Butole, all in Hoima, Masindi, Kikube and Bulisa districts have started boosting local and cross-border trade.
In our project, we have three road links, which is Hoa Butoli and Kabali Kilanfumbi. These two we have almost finished. It's like 99% we have finished. And then another one is from Masindi and Piso side. They said we are going to finish them within this year.
So far, commuting between districts has become easy, while prices for produce have increased. The price for maize has increased to shillings 1,000 from 300 shillings per kilogram, while a bag of unshelled coffee costs shillings 150,000 up from shillings 80,000. The 3-hour journey now takes 45 minutes. The public relations officer Twini Ambrose appealed to leaders to prepare the locals to tap into the oil and gas opportunities.
We are constructing these 3 critical oil roads to help the government in making sure that the plan of having oil by 2025 is achieved.
Locals hailed the NRM government for infrastructure that has turned Bunyoro into a developed region.
Very thank our government who thought deeply to our area, to our district.
I'm thanking the government of Uganda. Thank you for what they have done to us. We are really enjoying the road.
China 7th Railway Group has celebrated its 20th anniversary with a number of activities and also held games, provided water to locals and graded feeder roads. Ana Francisco, UBC News.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock on my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hustle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
Netu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Hi, my name is Dennis Masindo Nyango, former Uganda Cranes captain and goalkeeper. My kind of a tank at home is a Crest tank. I use it at the farm and at home. I recommend it for everyone.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News. Namibia's president, Hage Geingob, has died while receiving medical treatment at a hospital in the capital, Windhoek. Vice President Nangolo Mbumba announced that Mr. Geingob had died in the early hours of Saturday morning. The 82-year-old leader had been diagnosed with cancer and revealed his diagnosis to the public last month. More details in this report.
He served as the first Prime Minister of the Republic of Namibia from 1990 to 2002. He assumed the role of Vice President of SWAPO in 2005 and was the Minister of Trade and Industry between 2008 and 2012. He returned to the Prime Minister position in 2012 under the presidency of Hifikepunye Pohamba. Before independence, President Geingob served as Assistant SWAPO representative in Botswana between 1963 and 1964. He became SWAPO representative at the United Nations and the Americas between 1964 and 71. He was also the director of election of SWAPO in 1989, where he directed the party's election campaign. Dr. Hage Godfrey Geingob was the third president of Namibia, in office since 21 March 2015. Geingob received his early education in Otavi before joining the Augustinium College, finishing his teacher training course in 1961. He was a BA degree from Fordham University, an MA in Institute Relations from the University of New School for Social Research, and a PhD from the University of Leeds. Geingob is a proponent of partnership in government and advocates for enhanced transparency and accountability in the public service. He is also an ardent believer in the role that the private sector should play in economic development, a belief that is encapsulated in the Harambee Prosperity Plan, a government initiative to accelerate economic development of which he is the brainchild. He will particularly be remembered for his green hydrogen initiative.
The energy of this land comes to life in dreams and memories. It lights up in these nights and leads us to new horizons. It pushes us to go further and see bigger. The energy of this land comes from here. It comes from Africa, and it vibrates in each of us.
Empowered by Africa.
Oryx Lubricants, powered by Africa.
Aquafina
In the production process of Aquafina, we expertly filter every drop, providing clear and perfect tasting water to help you keep hydrated with the added benefit of minerals. Aquafina is bottled by Pepsi Cola International in Uganda and is available at only 1,000 shillings.
And in the world of sports, Uganda Athletics Federation has hosted its first national athletics trial at Uganda Christian University in Mukono.
The transition to Uganda Christian University has been prompted by the construction works at Mandela National Stadium, Nambole, which is the sole track officially certified by World Athletics. As a sport set to represent Uganda at the African Games in Accra, Ghana next month, the Uganda Athletics Federation has resolved to send potential Africa Games qualifiers to Kenya.
We now as UF, as a way forward, we know that even the second trial may still happen here because second trial is happening 2 weeks from now and Nambole will not be open. So we have taken a decision to pick the best of our sprinters and those people that we target to take to Accra, Ghana for all Africa Games. We are going to give them opportunity to go and try themselves in Nairobi. We have requested our colleagues from Nairobi to allow Ugandan athletes to attend their selection meet, which will happen 2 weeks from now. They are positive about it, and we shall be telling the country, all the athletes, that we are sending to Nairobi.
Action today featured several Ugandan stars including Leni Shida, who was part of the 2019 Games in Morocco, and promises to better her performance beyond the women's relay bronze that she won.
Thank you so much, Sheila. Thank you so much. Big, wonderful.
The trial also featured athletes who took part in the recently concluded regional athletics camp.
I've run 5,000 meters. Previously, I've been in the camp, which was held by UAF, and I've tried to improve on my time. Running coming so easy, depending on what we trained in the camp.
And really, we brought these athletes to exhibit what they have learned from the camp, to compete here at the national trial, this first trial. And really, it has been good. It has been a good experience. They've come, they've competed, and they have improved a lot.
And in more sports news, Uganda is among the countries worldwide that can develop in sports activities, especially football. However, there are still challenges of inadequate stadium across the country, and this needs government intervention. The Ugandan UK-based woman footballer in Crystal Paris, Jean Seninde, says that having the vision of constructing the sports stadium in Chimazi Chichusa in Luwero district is encouraged for government support.
This is the 10-acre land at Chimazi Chichusa in Luwero district, where the Ugandan UK-based woman footballer in Crystal Paris, Jean Seninde, will construct the sports stadium for training upcoming footballers. But Seninde wants government to support investors coming up with visions of constructing stadiums outside Kampala.
Facilities is a big challenge in the country. So when young kids have a space to actually express themselves, have a platform to play football, and that's why we started this team, because we want to give opportunities to everyone to play football, because some of them it means so much to them and they don't have those opportunities. So when you have a facility to actually do something for football, to express yourself, to have a platform to play and showcase your skills, and this will give them an opportunity hopefully to get to the professional level. So hopefully one day we'll have a big stadium and then many girls and boys will get the chance to actually play and have that safe space to continue showing off their skills.
She was presiding over the training of Jean Seninde Red Ants footballers at Seninde Stadium in Chimazi Chichusa, Luwero district, assisted by Nicholas Mwesije of UPDF. The UPDF officer, Nicholas Mwesige, encouraged talented youth always to develop interpersonal skills, be effective to overcome challenges, and to avoid drugs.
Because they have to keep focused, develop that talent, but also know that we develop a skill. After developing that skill, we struggle to maintain the skill, but we reach a time when we regress. We cannot add anymore, and we start losing that skill.
The special envoy of Ugandans living in UK, USA, and Canada under their umbrella UNA, Kasese Ninde, says Uganda can also perform better in football.
Now it is very easy to contact even the president. Najja nayamba ekibiina kino with money kubaga mulina ekigendererwa kyammwe. Omwana abadde adduka emisinde nayagala kubeera golokipa. Tulina okukola ntuwandiisa ekibiina kino tukiteekeyo. President anoonya abantu abagenda mu mizannyo okuyimirizayo eggwanga ne byemizannyo tabalaba.
Sudat Kaye and Fred Kasvante, UBC News.
And that brings us to the end of the 8 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. Thank you for joining us. However, do join us later on at 10 p.m. for another bulletin. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold Mugalu Muhammad on Sign Language.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Tarehe Sita is a crucial day in Uganda.